Beautiful beings of this beautiful universe, welcome to now. I'll start this video with the blessings of the all loving, kind, and yet fierce goddess Tara and the fire element. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how you're going to deal and move with a narcissistic world where there are absolutely no rules because you're in the jungle basically, and people they are not operating even out of logic, so there are no rules for them. But in order for you to be contained so that they could call you the victim, they could call you that, oh, you're the one, that's why we targeted you, because you're the odd one, because you had the courage to be yourself, because you had that light inside yourself which we were so jealous about, and all that jazz, so that you be absolutely shining, sparkling, divine in your goddess self, absolutely beautiful. And they want to show you that you're not that. And the standard is so low. I'll tell you, there's just no competition at all about who you are chosen versus the demonic activities that people are just playing upon you. The witchcraft, the voodoo, them throwing out dead, ugly birds, allowing everybody in the city about wherever you go to treat you poorly. That itself, it's a sign how much the system is invested in putting you down, because they do know your goddamn divinely powers. In fact, I'm glad. Like, I just went to a piano shop today to check for a better quality keyboards or piano. So these people, they had already planned all of this, like, because they already know which place you're going to go. They are already tracking every single thing. And so when I went to this piano shop, there is this old man, and who is already overly dressed because he has already been warned days before that she's going to come, and you make sure that you show up that you're in your best form and you're playing the best pieces that you can. So he did his shot. And I told him, because he was old and elderly, I did tell him, wow, this is awesome. But I knew by his behavior, like, he didn't even let me touch the keyboards. Like, in which shop on earth have you ever been where they do not let you test and play the keyboards before? And that's not just because that man was a racist, but because he has been told by the system, because there's another lady in the shop, a Chinese woman. She was also looking so dreadful and pathetic. And she just told me that, hey, can you get your bike a little outside? Because you see, there might be cars coming in. And I tell you, to their shop, there has been no visitor for ages. No visitor for ages, for real. Nobody goes to that shop. But still, she had the audacity, because these people are already trained beforehand that anytime you go to any shop chosen, you go to any place, they've been trained beforehand to treat you like you do not exist, you do not matter. Like who? And I tell you, the more these people act, know your worth. Because these people have been studying you for ages altogether. When your neighbor just starts acting weird and starts coughing because he's already a dying man, and then he starts to put you down, when at your workplace people just start to gang stalk you and try and put you down, that's exactly the reason, because people could only show who they are. A poor, cheap, charactered person is precisely going to show what they are. Not about you. Not about that their behavior should affect you. In fact, I'm here to tell you that the more independent you are, the more disconnected you are. So these people thought that putting you in isolation is going to break you. Because those cowards, that's the way these people are living. They would be intentionally making sure your life is hell. But then there you are, absolutely unbothered. Because you have already seen death. You have already seen the death of yourself. And these people, who their whole fucking life, they have been running for validation. They have been running up after lies, after fame, after fake relationship. So don't get shocked the moment you step outside and you see all these ugly clown couples together trying to pretend like, oh, I love you. All of these shows, you already know. These are all the haters who have been paid by their boss, by their gang stalking management authority. And that's why they keep sending such people to make you look like, oh, you're the one that is so alone. Don't you feel lonely? Or sometimes, not sometimes, too many times. They know that you're a fitness freak. They know that you're strong. They know about all of those things about me, that I take extra care of myself, about my fitness, about who I am, about what I create, about my mind, my intellect. Even the way I look, even the way I move, the way I talk, the way I put my energy and attention to. And I tell you, I put it to none of the garbage people around me. So people are definitely terrified when they see a divine goddess like you. People are terrified because they've never seen the true power in the feminine. This is the real power. And all that these clouds thought that, okay, being beautiful means just getting naked, and that's why you see people in ugly, skimpy clothes and still be looking like shit. That's because they wear a pathetic character. That's because they do not have a soul. That's because there's no originality to them. They're just a product of the system that tells them, hey, you gotta look like this, you've got to talk like this, you've got to present yourself like this. And that's why you see everybody is just a fucking clown. Just be looking like shit. And there you are, you rock the world even in a very basic t-shirt and a very plain simple pajama. You rock the world even though you just wear glasses, because you do not care about the validation from people. You're not somebody who is concerned that, oh, are they going to call me ugly? Then I better make myself ready. I better go to the parlor and spend $5,000 and $10,000 to make me look like a Barbie doll. Because why? I'm so scared if people call me ugly. You don't care. You're just happy with the most simplest form that you are. And it's on you. You choose certain days you want to look like a Barbie doll. You dress yourself up like that. You choose that someday you want to go to party and wear nice fancy heels and do your hair and look beautiful. You do that. But you are also all right in the days of just staying comfortable. You're not here to prove to them that, look, I'm in a war, and this is a war on everything about your existence, about how you look, and about how you sound, and about what sort of foods do you eat, or about what sort of value system do you hold. So all these people who are basically trying to kill your vibe every single day. Like last night I went to gym, and there starts following these bizarre swarm of cars on the traffic. Not because they care for you, but because they want to intimidate you. They want to tell you that you better watch out. You are seen. We are watching you. So watch me. Learn something. At least be ashamed of your stupid trash work that you're doing, that you're paying your, like you're just paid for gang stalking. So here's what happened. Yesterday I was at the gym, and there comes these bunch of gang stalkers. And in these gang stalkers, there's one man who's very huge, and he comes every time the moment I enter. And I was just recording myself, and then he comes in and says, hey, don't record here. So I said, I'm not recording you. I'm recording my workout. This is for my self-improvement. I don't record others. I just do it for myself. And I keep the cam only facing me. But since he was planned, he was told by his boss that, no, you've got to trigger her. You've got to scare her so that she leaves the gym. So I just continued my workout. But after a while, he was just intentionally putting the weights down on the floor, like literally banging like an animal. And here's the thing, there are no rules for such people at Club Lime. But for you, and then there was another very unhygienic guy who came, and he did not even wipe the equipments. But there, when it comes to you, you go super hygienic, super clean. They keep on telling you every time you just have to wipe that. And you do that still because, you maintain a maximum hygiene. But they want to intentionally say that, no, you are the one that is not keeping things stuffed clean. Whereas somebody else who's totally criminal, who's threatening others, who's abusing, harassing, bullying, and there are cameras all around, and nobody's got a problem. So there you see that the rules are on paper only for exploiting the good people, the innocent masses. So if you're innocent, don't just be scared like that man tried to scare me that okay, you just don't record that. And then after I went to the other equipment, I was doing bicycling, and I was putting my phone there, and he intentionally comes in and hits my phone with his feet. And then comes back saying, sorry, I didn't see, and lifts my phone up. And I know what's all of that about. All of this was pre-planned act. All of these things that people are doing is a pre-planned act. And this is not in the first gym. Before this, I've been to a lot of gyms in here, and all of gym, I see the same pattern. These gang stalkers send criminal people at the gym after you. They try to scare you. They pick on an intentional fight with you so that you get angry. And of course, you will say because they are trying to walk all over your rights. They encroach your space. So of course, you're going to have a say, excuse me, what was that? And then they're going to make a big fuss and call the managers like, see, this is what is happening. And guess what? All of these people are mixed together. There's no ethic. We are living in complete jungle. These times are total bizarre. So naturally, you want to not operate out of such low vibrational negative places where the gym just gets swarmed by people, all gang stalkers talking about you and calling names, and there's no standard. Nobody's coming to tell them not to shut them out and work out in decency. But rather, they're going to tell you that you need to do stuff the right way. You need to wipe this. And I had a lot of disgusting experiences with other gyms as well. So naturally, of course, I left and I leave them a very good review about them on productreview.com. And then there are a lot of people who do vibe with me because those are the people, because they're not just mistreating you, they're mistreating literally everyone out there. But I just have the guts, I have the courage to speak about the evil that's going on in the world, and I'm just vocal about it. And I don't literally give a fuck because I'm the king, I know my words, I know I'm the queen. I say king, I say queen because I'm talking about the spirit. Don't let nobody else fold you down to their poor beggar like standards. Because all of these are beggars, these cobbles who are playing out behind you and act like, oh, is that the case? And in front of your face, they are going to completely be invisible to the fact that they are criminal. Don't just let people fool you. See them for what they are and just go about doing your business. Many times if your intuition is telling you something else, because that's the truth, learn to believe your intuition. Do not fear because their energy thrives on your sense of shrinking yourself. Their energy, they feel, see, this is the thing. Why do narcissistic people do this? Because if they do not diminish the people of light, they're very much intimidated by your light. They're very much intimidated by your courage. Like, how do you stand all alone so strong? How are you able to navigate this wild, insane world all by yourself? Because there they need gang of 10, 15 people to get against you, to break you. And here's the thing. You don't give a fuck to their beggary, to their misery, because you're not them. Because you're just not them. Period. These cowards, they follow you everywhere. I went to another store today to buy some sweets and stuffs for Diwali. And there comes these gang stalkers. There's this old woman, elderly woman, who's just following me so close, like literally so close. And I was like, I know these rotten people, that's their whole life story. Born in misery, they live through misery, and they die as a beggar. And mind you, I'm talking about beggary from the soul, They might be living in fancy houses, they might be having fancy cars. It's got nothing to do with who you are. The world is upside down. The more wicked, evil, scheming, fox like you are, low character you are, the more you can tear somebody else down. They're going to clap on you and make you, have a lot of stuffs in the world. Whereas spiritually, you are a beggar because you do not have it. You do not have that originality inside of yourself. You do not have what it takes to do the right thing because you are a coward, because you are a serpent. These cowardly people, they are so obsessed with you. These demons, basically, they are very much obsessed with you. So that's why they're all the time thinking about you and trying out ways to harm you, trying out ways to stop you. Like whenever I go outside, then these cars intentionally come out right to stop by in front of you. Though that's what they've been told to. That's what they're paid for. To gang stalk people, to make them confused, to make them lose control, to make them insane. But there you are. There you are. You saw through all of this. And you did. Initially, I used to be scared. Initially I used to be. But then I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. When every day they are trying to come after you because they know that you are the queen. They know that you are the goddess. And you rather not mess with the real, true chosen one. Because here's the fact, the more they try to get after you, the more they try to come and break you, your courage just gets sharper and sharper. Your skill, in turn, intensifies and shines brighter. These people are very manipulative. They're going to make you someday feel like you are very important. And then other days, they're going to make you look like you don't exist at all. And when you start to see through their mask of what is going on, and then you see, okay, it's complete no, then they're going to suddenly try and act like very innocent, as if they care for you. And I'm talking about the whole system. I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about everybody, be it at workplace, be it in your place of stay, or be it in as you move out socially in the outer world, to gym, to shops, to cafes, to parks, anywhere. I'm talking about just society in general. They're trying to put you in fear. They're trying to show that, look, I already know all of your moves, so haha. They're trying to manipulate you with their demonic music. So whenever I am at the gym, these people would just go on playing all sorts of weird ass music, sometimes to confuse you, like, okay, you're doing a good job, carry on, continue, you're doing right. And then they're going to play abracadabra, like make it look like, see, this is all a magic, and we are the magician, and you are the little puppet, you are the fool, and we are trying to do magic on you. But here's the thing, when you come with the energy of the divine, no magic works on you. All of their black magic goes back to them. Because life is a complete karmic cycle. What you do comes back to you. If you have chosen to be as a person of light, if you have chosen to show up as courageous, beautiful, divine goddess form like goddess Tara, that's the way life blesses you back. But these cowards, they think that they can threaten you, they can scare you. You have rather gone all the way. You have made a complete circle about this by being absolutely and brutally honest with yourself. They thought that they can shrink you into fear, but there you are, who has seen the darkness so deep that probably, I'm your boss. So you better, if you want the lessons on darkness, come to me. I'll teach you some lessons. They're trying to teach a boss. Joke's on you. You don't teach a boss. A boss exactly knows what needs to be done. Boss is there watching your step like a toddler. I see you all like a toddler. So they want to teach you, like, okay, this is how you do stuff. They want to babysit you. They want to treat you like you're a baby. I'm talking about the society, okay? I'm not talking about only one person. Because here's the thing, if you're a true chosen, you do not have one army, only one person as your enemy. You got a ton of them, and probably everyone is anti you because they are so jealous of who you are. And though they might have more in the material plane, they might be richer than you, they might be more beautiful than you. But still, this is the thing. They might be more beautiful, more pretty, more handsome, more cute looking than you, more rich than you. But still, they are competing with you. This is so funny because you thought that, well, I already thought you guys are better. So why compete with somebody like me? This is just insane. Because you thought that, why would somebody like them have a problem with you? Somebody like you who's so natural, who's so simple, who thinks so straight, somebody who appreciates and is happy in little things, somebody who has got no business damaging others' life. So what use is their money and beauty? What use is that? What use is their charm for? See, these people, they are very clever. They use their charm to control people. That's not real. These people are trying to make you look like a naive person, like somebody who's just a baby who doesn't know stuffs. Like you're too fool. And here's the thing, because you see through and you made a whole 360 degree of the world, nobody can fool you. You know zillion times much more than them. But I still learn to keep myself humble. Because I don't want to let everybody know who I am and what I am, and for whatever sense I intend to unfold myself in my future self. So I'd rather choose to be zero. Like, I'm a blank slate. So when these demons send out, hate attacks on me, swear words on me, telling you're nothing, you're nobody, who do you think you are? Like last month, I was going in the bus, and the bus is filled with these gang stalkers, and they are screaming and yelling and calling me names. A man sat behind me and he just started abusing me straight, like, screaming in my ear. But I still acted like he's just a dumb, retarded man. And I didn't fight back. I just acted like some mad, insane folk is just screaming because he's so pissed with his life. And that is the truth. That's why somebody would do that. So this is what happened. And I just gracefully, my stop came and I got down. And that madman just kept ranting. But I understand they've been paid. When you get a whole bunch of crowd acting crazy, stupid, they're all paid and you need not react. Because these people, they've been paid for them to get a reaction out of you. And the moment you react, these people take notes. Okay. And what all of this is about is to understand your reaction. They want to know in each situation, how do you react? They're treating you like a lab rat. They're treating you like a strange thing they've never seen before. So they just want to capture everything about you. And a lot of it is to do with AI experiments as well. And they take all of those readings and send it to their algorithms so that they could replicate another you. And all this goes much deeper. This is just the tip of the iceberg I'm talking about. All this is a war against humanity. Watch that. When people are talking about David Icke and his work, when people are talking about all of these these insane things that goes on in the world just so that you could be kept in fear, and so that you could just be tapped into the lower vibration, so that you never ever learn to operate out of a more expanded state of consciousness, which is all about love. So that's why intentionally every single day you're facing these attacks. And some of you might have been gang stalked all your life. You were born into gang stalking. And don't be shocked if your parents were gang stalked too. They just never chose to tell you. But now, as I'm going through all this, I realize that my parents also had been in living in the same society. And we all live in the same world. And gang stalking doesn't just happen here, it happens throughout the world. And this is a spiritual warfare. So don't be shocked. You're not the first one who's encountering all of this. This has been going on for decades. And now that we are in this more information age and everything is out there on the internet, I was so shocked. I was so shocked to hear that so much of money and energy has been invested in destroying people. But at the same time, I was also not so much shocked because I understand that to be born means you're at war. You're at war against these forces who do not want you to be, who do not want you to survive. And you might keep on changing location, place after another, only to find out that the enemy appears in another body, in another form. Now, they might not look the same, they may not be the same, but it's the same energy that is taking shape through different bodily formats. Because it's not about the fight in flesh, it's a spiritual war. It's those dark forces that embody these beings. And I'm not saying you need not change your location. There's so much immigration throughout the world because people in their home countries, they feel unsafe, they feel threatened. And they move out to other place, and there they get the similar experience. And then they move out to some other country, and then there they find the similar experience. And like this, you can just go on revolving the whole planet, only to find that there's nobody who's going to save you but you yourself. You can go on posting your issues globally on Facebook, this community, please help me. But you will listen that people are going to listen to your story and have a good fun about it, only to feel good that, okay, I'm not the only one that's unsafe. There's this another person who's as much threatened by life as how much I feel threatened. People would enjoy that, but nobody's going to come for your support. So make sure that you support yourself. Make sure that you speak up, because when the violence outside is so much, when you're being targeted every single day and nobody cares shit about your life, and you know you're in an open war, you better be equipped. You better be equipped. And don't believe these ugly ass people just trying to look pretty externally, but inside them all being demons. When you come across them, you know they are demons, and you just run. Just run. Matter of fact, majority of people are zombies, and the true real ones, the true chosen ones, who have got streak of light left in them, are very, very rare. So if they put you on the spot, because they know your worth, they know who you are. And that's why all of their ugly attacks is on you every single day. And the system pays them, a huge bunch of people, whole society, to have a check on you, to keep a watch on you. So this man, like for example, today at the piano shop, he was trying to play. Yeah, he played well, and there was nice flow in his playing, of course. But there's no originality to them. It's just like a mechanical thing that AI can produce zillion times better than him. I can create a song in AI using lots of free AI stuffs, within a matter of 15 seconds. So why listen to him? But when you create, it might not be as per the rule, as per the standard, but you create out of your soul and you like it. You enjoy the randomness. Not because you're trying to be better than some artist, not because you're comparing, but you just want to see as you dive and delve deeper into your own unknown zone, like you're trying to know yourself through your art, through your music. And there, that old man at the shop, he was trying to tell me that in all of his conversation, he was just trying to show me that, okay, yeah, I think for you, something like this, like a beginner, this should be good. And that's okay because I'm not looking for validation from anyone else, but I'm trying to say that the system constantly tries to feed you lies. These people, their music would be just like a machine, soulless dead people, and still there would be people who would buy their tickets, which I definitely would never ever go to a showman like that. Like, if you do not connect to the artist, if you do not truly connect to the vibe, to who they are, what's the point? And you might as well enjoy all of the awesome music that's already there on YouTube. Why do you want to go to such crowded places which is so overly packed and all you can just feel is just the crowd? Like, crowd pisses me off. Crowd is disgusting. Other people are hell. Because these are the people of low vibration. A right high vibrational people, like the beautiful saints or people of light, their vibe is absolutely different. You'll be drawn to them. But mostly the world is full of darkness and it's a real dark world out there. So you want to keep yourself, like, for someone like me, I would definitely read the energy of the people and a place, and I just want to run from there if I don't get the vibe right. And people might call you boring for that. Oh, you're so boring. So let them. If certain people enjoy noise, then good luck to you. You can enjoy that. It's just that I don't enjoy noise. I just don't enjoy insane, meandering conversations and mindless things. Just because people feel alone and they would just meet each other just to say that, basically because they could not be with themselves, basically because it's so scary to face your own darkness. So there's no rule for them. These people can drive recklessly, cause accidents to others, drive insanely, act poorly, make you feel absolutely inhuman. All of that is fine. But all of the rules are targeted for you. Why didn't you do that? And when you say, what about you? Why didn't you do that? Then it's like a one way sword. It's like these people can challenge you, but when you challenge them, because it's a to and fro, we are in a relationship. But society has the right to mistreat you, to make you look like a clown, whereas they be acting like a clown. They be the ones who are the most unhygienic and corrupt and criminal and call those things to you. But you're just not allowed to have your say. Or they might treat you like ha ha ha, so funny. Ha 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 ha, so funny. Ha 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 ha. All of this is witchcraft. Every time they keep on trying to scare you, trying to bring you down, is because they think that by usage of their voice, by usage of their attacks on you, by them trying to hit you in their car, they think that they can take control over you, that they can break your soul, that they can derail you from thinking straight, from getting to clarity. But nah, There you are, and you take all of these blows from the world, and you rather use that to further define your inner soul. That means the more the society uh, attacks you, you are basically like that diamond which is just getting built under pressure. And these people thought that they're going to break you. It's their loss. If you leave that gym and you are the best one, you are the diamond soul there, it's a loss to them. Because as you leave, all of these demons will leave too. Because wherever you go, the demons, these gang stalkers follow you. So their gym basically gets filled out of these gang stalkers. And then the next gym that you join to, that crowd follows you there again. This has been the pattern over 4 gyms that I've changed. And I'm not just talking about gym, I'm also talking about companies. You are the trendsetter. The moment you see that things are not right and you change your job, looking at you, rest of the employees do the same. Whereas while you were at the job, these people were just making you a subject of gossip. While at the same time studying your every single act, watching the way how you respond, watching the way you work so intact, studying your every single move and copying all of that. So there you are. There I am. I'm the boss. Don't play with the one. I'm the one that is teaching you. I'm your mentor. It's funny, but it's so funny when I see these clowns trying to act and pretend like they are the one with complete hollowness inside of them. It's not a shock to me. I just watch it and just stay unbothered. Because the true master, the real one, they are always at the last. And even though these people put me in the last, you just stay unbothered, like Lao Tzu said. The great power in the river, she always stays low. Not because she cannot destroy. River has a lot of power to destroy. And if I set my mind to destruction, I can destroy and do a lot of damage. But I don't do that. Because suddenly there's an urge for me that I should leave that ugly, filthy, low vibrational place. And I would rather want to plant myself into a place that's more suitable for me. That goes on for work. That goes on for place where I'm at. To the place where I work. To gym. To shops. Any cafe wherein people have treated me poorly once, I never ever visit that. And same thing goes back to workplace. Same thing goes back to people. And here's the thing, once people have shown you who they are, and then they try and act nice and pretend like, hey, how are you doing? And they might call you or message you after 7 good years. But you remember very well how was their behavior and why they would want to come and speak to you again, because they have got their own, they just want information out of you. They're not interested in your life. They're not your friends. They're just interested in the information that you can give, because they know that you're the real authentic one, that you do not lie. And wherever they want an information, you're going to bring out all the right ones for them. But there they might act like, oh, I'm your friend. How have you been? It's been so long. Learn to be absolutely comfortable living and being and depending on yourself. There's nobody out there who's going to help you. And people are going to help you as long as their things are in turn, their criterias are met. Nobody is just going to help you because they are a nice one. Or maybe that might be. There are some few divine souls who absolutely give unconditionally. But they do that if they find you worthy. They would not just do it to just anybody who is going to, like Christ said, be careful when you throw a diamond to the swines. They're going to take your diamond and throw it in the mud. So be careful whom you're giving your wisdom and sharing your knowledge with. these demons, they would be acting out and trying out all of their black magic and witchcraft on you, and you who is so much divinely devotional to God, they're going to call you, oh, she's a witch. Knowing damn well that you're the goddess, knowing damn well that you're the god. You don't have to fear nobody. You do not have to fear about anything at all. And there might be sudden upsurge of fear inside of you. Like there might be some nights when you won't get sleep. There might be days when you just wake up, oh, I still haven't made some decisions. But know that you're on the right time. You're at the right place. And life has got your back. So also learn to trust life. Don't think that life is just there because she's testing you and she might bring you to an end tomorrow. Because the next day comes and you find you're fine. So all of your worries of the yesterday, of the past, of how people and society and community threats you because of the fact that they know you're the king. They know that you are the chosen one. That's why they come after you out of jealousy. Like, how dare you? How dare you shine bright amongst us all blind? How dare you speak the words of truth? How dare you be living beautiful and clean? How dare you not trade your soul to make it dirty like us? Because these demons, they live unclean lives, and that's how they want to drag you down. That's why when you feel that surge of hatred, know that it's just about them. It's not about you. So wherever you would go, they would intentionally send out old, sickly people. And all of these are subtle messages. They want to show that, see, this is the sixth world that we are in. Don't try to make it beautiful and strong and creative like yourself. The message on the billboard, all ugly. Only about selling, mad consumerism. And what is consumerism teaching you? To fight over another for wealth. I was watching a documentary of a Google CEO, ex-Google CEO, and he was talking that by 2027, it's going to get so dark, people are literally going to act to animalistic levels, and you cannot even feel yourself safe just going outside. Pretty much same times we are at already. Somebody said in the comment that just going outside feels like a war. Just being in the traffic feels like a war. And be thankful for the fact you came back home safe, alive. So all that we've got all of this technology, but see to it that the way of human life is just falling further and further. Because no amount of technology and money is going to keep an insane society safe and happy unless and until your soul is not clean. As long as there are people who are always trying to scheme and destroy others because of their sheer inferiority, because of their jealousy, you're never ever going to be safe despite you have billions of dollars. You're never going to be feeling safe and secure. Security is a word. But what you also learn from the adverse side of it is like when you're constantly being tested every single day with these trials and tribulations, with these threats from these cowards, then you also realize that you cannot just keep yourself contained, and you'd rather create everything that you have to. You should rather express all that is inside of you, be it in any format, be it music, dance, or the way you speak, or the way you want to express yourself through writing, through a poetry, through a book. Or that might be in the way of living. Or that might be just through meditation. Or that might just be through being with your breath. Or that might be through a change of diet. Basically, I'm talking about these changed, uh, all of these different ways which you have never tried before. It's all about you entering into your own new version. And it might feel scary because this is the thing, you do not know even about yourself. Like sometimes you're going to amaze yourself, you're going to shock yourself. What, could I do this? I never thought I could, because I've never done so far. Because you are not capable of what you are capable of becoming. You're not aware. And society always wants to beat you down and to send you lies so that you always keep to a lower version of yourself. And that might also include your family. That might also include your educational system that only wants you to live and be like a machine so that you could be a good fit for a corporate job. But that was then. Now, in this time, and going ahead as AI is there, all of that is going to change. So we might all live on a universal income. And then you still got to be seeing for yourself like who you are when you're not working. If you were somebody who was so attached to that job title, I'm a CEO, I'm a product technology manager, I'm a business manager, business development manager, or I'm a software techie, you might feel just 2 years down the lane and all of these roles would disappear and you're just going to be a nobody, because that's what is the whole goal, to wipe you out, to just make you like a very redundant thing in the system, and everybody is going to be treated like that. You're not special. Nobody out there is any special, and you are not special. So like Viktor Frankl talks about this in Man's Search for Meaning. Even when they take away everything from you, and you should just be fine with seeing and being, and being okay with who you are. Because at any point in time, to a man, to a human, I just said man, it's for everyone, man, woman, it's for everyone. To a human, no matter what sort of situation you are put at, but how you're going to respond, that is absolutely in your control. So even if the society makes you look like you're nothing and you don't amount to anything, how you're going to view that, that should be your challenge. How are you going to prepare yourself in that situation? When the entire world is going insane and it's insanity everywhere, don't expect sanity. People being more dependent on technology, people being more dependent on AI, just to not only outsource your thinking, first of all, your thoughts are also not yours, your thoughts are also being read. So who are you? You are absolutely taken from all aspects. But the society decides that's what you've got to eat, that's what you've got to wear, that's what you're going to live as, like an algorithm. But if you're aware of the truth of how the things are in the yin yang world, it might also be a very much liberating thing for you, because you're not going to expect anything that is how the system should respond to me, that is how the society and the matrix should work in alignment with me. Because it's not only you that has been put on spot, it's everybody else. They don't care about none of you. The people who are watching you, people who are gang stalking you, they are in turn being watched by other gang stalkers. They are in turn being watched by other pair of eyes, not just pair, but, and maybe this time it also need not be people. Constant surveillance through AI. And you might think that others are not complaining, but you're still human and you feel that probably you were too much cornered and you felt the urge to speak, so you spoke. Not to say that it's only happening to you. Maybe it's happening to everyone, and which is the case. It's happening to everyone, but the others, they just do not feel the urge to express it in this way. But some way or the other, everybody else expresses. This might be an expression for you. Others' expression of their trauma and pain might be in different way, but this suffering inflicts everybody else. To be born means to suffer. That is the first noble truth of what Buddha said, of the Four Noble Truths. Life is suffering. And when these demons try and laugh at your suffering, know that they are laughing because when you win, when you are happy, they are crying. It's just the law of four: the white, the black, and the black in the white, and the white in the black. So, you let them laugh now, and you also let them cry later. And you also know very much yourself that you laugh and you cry and you're at terms with it. You're at terms with how life unfolds. You're at terms with saying, I don't know. You're at terms with uncertainty. You're at terms with the chaos and insanity. And you realize that how there is no rules for them, there's also no rule for you. So when they see something so weird out of you, let them have the shock. Because you also had the shock when you saw them acting so animalistic. When you saw them acting so criminal and there was nobody to check on them. So this is all about living in uncertainty, living with the uncertainty. And what is certain? Just look back in time in the past. When have you been certain? Growing up in your younger years, were you certain? You didn't choose your family, you didn't choose your birth, you didn't choose your blood type, you didn't choose none of that. So there you are making claims that I'm the one who is in control. You're not in control. Even your birth is not in your control. And like how you were just born without your permission, you will die without you having to say, yes, now I plan my dying. Or this is how I would want to live, breathe, and die. You don't have any of those controls. You do not have a free will. Things happen, and after they have happened, you claim that I did that. You would not have done anything if the situation around was not that. So to your one act which you claim as I made that happen is a movement of million other forces that puts you in that situation where you make something happen. You might make a business happen or you might make a crime happen. You might be a criminal or you might be an artist. And if to say that you are a criminal and you're evil, you cannot even claim that. Because if you were chosen to be a criminal in this life, that's what somebody becomes. If somebody was chosen to be an artist, that's what they become. If somebody was chosen to be a scientist, that's what they become. You are not the doer. Strangely enough, there's a lot of paradox to humanity. We want beauty, we want love, we want peace, and act on all the opposites of that. We generate ugliness, we generate misery, we generate inequality to make some man feel that I'm better off than you. And what are you? I'm entitled one. I deserve it because I made that happen. So basically, this is just about being okay with whatever comes. Being okay with being okay, like Lord Krishna told to Arjun, just stay neutral in the highs and the lows. When you get the profit, take it the same as loss, because what is profit today might be lost tomorrow. What is lost today might be profit tomorrow. What is death now will become life again. So don't fear death. And there's nothing more terrifying than death. There's nothing more terrifying than watching everything that you made fail and crumble and fall apart. You're going to be kept safe in society as long as you are a sheep like everybody else. As long as you do not have your own version of reality that you have experienced and you are vocal about it. People also love that in you and also they hate that in you. Like a society which loves beauty, but at the same time, if there's something beautiful, they want to kill that. They want you to tell truth, but in a way that is digestible to them. First of all, nobody cares about truth. The world is just concerned about comfort, not truth. That's why the sale of cakes and all of these snacks and fried items and stuffs is so much on demand. But when you see on the sale of good healthy stuffs, it's so low because people just want to be fed and stay comfortable. Nobody wants to take that risk of being absolutely put on the edge, but they do not mind putting you on the edge. So they might say, okay, uh, you were somebody who preaches about truth and courage, and so let me crucify you. And that's what they did to Christ. They crucified him despite he gave them all of these weak people who were so weak spiritually, all they cared about was food. He gave them all bread and fish out of air. And still, when he was crucified, nobody came out and had the courage to fight the lords, the kings. And people did take all the benefits that he had to give to cure their diseases from him. So, as long as he was giving, the world took from him. But I mean, when he was crucified at 33 years of age, people cried, but nobody saved him at that time. Because we are always, you would always see this in society. The evil, the demonic ones, they seem to have a lot of power, though they are few in number. They're so much less in number over the people that they control, which is billions and trillions of people on the planet. But the billion trillion who are being controlled because they do not learn how to utilize their own mind, there is some evil power over them who controls them. Because you are a coward, because you chose to be a slave. If all of the power of the world comes together and say, I'm not going to listen to you and I'm not going to choose to live like a machine, like in a technology slave environment where I'm so much dependent on technology all the time, 24/7, then this imprisonment is going to break away. We are going to discover a new way of living where there's more interaction in the community, where people truly care for each other and are not there to demonize and destroy each other. But all of this is put on purpose so that in a divided society we can just see them how a dog fights another dog and just have fun and just enjoy this. Like how it used to be in Roman times when people would just fight each other. And that's for entertainment. What an ugly entertainment is that? Why can you not make something beautiful as entertaining? And why war and destruction has to bring about joy and spark of life in your dead eyes? Because you're so dead, your soul is so dead that nothing fancies apart from destruction. Because you're so fucking ugly. Like Vincent van Gogh, his art, I would definitely not agree if people would say, oh, his art was not valued at his time. There were people who watched his art and whose souls moved, but they would just not be honest enough to appreciate and tell him that, yes, your art is great. I would pay you for your art. And so they let him die. And even in his dying moments, even in his last of the last days, there was this beautiful brother Theo who supported him, who took care of his brother, Vincent, who said, you're not heavy, you're my brother, and I'm there to take care of you. And after he died, people say, wow, what an artist, and his paintings are worth millions of dollars. But his own life, nobody supported him because there's nobody that you've got more hatred than somebody who has chosen to live out of beauty, out of creating something that makes sense to them. Somebody who's doing their work truly out of love, you want to destroy them. You want to just make them disappear. But you are absolutely comfortable being around ugly zombies, running your business and wearing suit and tie and just wearing a mask who they are not. You're okay to pay to the most soulless things because that seems more digestible. But what you cannot digest is the true, real art. What you cannot digest is the true, real beauty. You're okay with profanity. You're okay with insanity. And nobody's going to support you in this. Nobody's going to support you. So you might as well be the way you want to be. You might as well live the way you want to live. And not live in this fear that if I continue my ways, I'll live very dangerously. And I'll tell you, that is the only way to live. That is the only way to live. Live most dangerously amidst the danger. Because there's no other way. If you try to keep yourself safe from your enemies, if you try and plead them, please be nice to me, nobody's going to treat you nice just because you said so. Because they are acting evil because that's what the universe created them for in the yin yang world. So if somebody is black, you cannot say, why are you black? I'm talking about the yin yang aspect, not about their physical appearance. I'm talking of the soul, the yin yang soul. So if somebody's soul is dark, that's because that's how they've been chosen in this lifetime. If somebody's soul is light, because that's how they've been chosen in this lifetime. So you're going to act out of your nature, what you are made of. If you are made of light, you're going to live as light. If you're made of darkness, you're going to take on the path of evil and act evil deeds. You would be staying covered because that's how it has turned out. So just be about it. Be okay with your own discomfort too. When you want to say that I should have done this and that, and I wanted to just change myself suddenly, but here I'm seeing that my own change is taking me so much time. My own improvement is taking me so long time because that's the time it's going to take. You cannot rush the process. If you're trying to learn something, if you're trying to make something, or if you're trying to break yourself out of a bad habit pattern, it doesn't just happen in a day. And even if it did happen in one day, you did that one day, and next day you would see entropy taking its form again. That is how the nature is. Growth is not direct linear line, it's spiral. It's very much like healing from pain. It's very much like healing your own body. It heals gradually. There's no on and off button for that. The whole world is there you to you like a market. Come here, I'll train you in this. Come here, I'll make you that. But just slow down and see. Is that something that even you want to learn? Or are you just going in the market because everybody else is? Because everybody else is buying that. But do you actually need it? Do you actually need that? And if you don't, then just don't. It might seem very uncomfortable sitting with your own self and being in the unknown. Like, what next am I supposed to do? Then just be with your own self and stay there in the most dark and boring and desolate times and sides of your own being. And then you will realize suddenly what needs to come just comes up. Just have patience. Don't just think I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time. All of these thoughts which has been imposed on you, I'm wasting my time doing nothing, that is false. You need time and a lot of empty time to know about yourself, to understand yourself, to know that what is it that you want? What is it that you don't want? For that, society shows you ample examples every single day what you don't want. But about coming to what you want, you need to sit in silence with yourself. And which is why the attack on your attention. You're constantly bombarded with noise. At shopping centers, at cafes, at bars, at gym. Everywhere there's just noise. Then sometimes maybe just go out on a quiet solo walk in nature and just follow the rhythm of your toes. Just watch the sunset. Or if you're a morning person, watch the sunrise. Sometimes you just need to do nothing, and doing nothing is very precious. Doing nothing is very beautiful. Because when the society wants to make you run wild like a hamster on the wheel, like a rat race, which is what the world is, and it is going to take you straight to the hospital. That's where you're going to end up at. So might as well slow down now and just see what you want. And maybe you might find that you don't want anything. Because if you are truly at ease and at presence with yourself, you will realize that you are already home. This is your home. Your your I am is your home. This is it. This is and you have arrived. Then you don't find any meaning running after anything. You're not running after name, fame, or fortune, all those silly things which could be taken away from you, because even if you get it, there are ample hungry ghosts out there who want to destroy you. And there's a lot of fight trying to maintain that, because there are too many people greedy and hungry after your version of success, and they do not know how much effort you put to be there. All they see you is like an ice cream which they want to eat. Because how dare you be so fancy? And they don't know for you to be that, you had to go through all of the hardships of life. Nobody's ready for that. They just want to be you without having to go through the grind. How's that supposed to happen? How's that supposed to happen? You want to stay covered and still be the king? Doesn't work that way. To be the king, have the courage. Have the courage to die and destroy yourself. Have the courage to stand up on your own two limbs. Don't be a fucking coward and claim that from the world. World owes you nothing. And you might also might want to disconnect from places, people who want to bring you back to the state of comfort just because going out into the known, the forward is a wide jungle. But going backwards mean that was comfortable, that was home. But you have burned certain bridges. And you know that we are all chewing the chewed. You know that those same things does not fancy you anymore. That's not your goal. That might be somebody else's goal. And you have told them that that is not your goal too. But they're just too scared to venture into the unknown. Because in the unknown, there's no plan. And you humans, you go so mad when you don't have a plan. And if you always have lived by somebody like a plan, you are a machine. And that's why AI could replace humans. So why should we call ourselves human if we are anyway living like a machine every day? So maybe we are machine. So just might as well be yourself. And to know yourself, we must come and see what we are not. What we are not, we will gradually unfold by not fitting in, by finding ourselves in situations and in places that are not that you do not feel at the right vibe with. That means you don't belong there. Then just move out. Then just go and experience something else. And if you say you can't, then just be where you are and just sit with the unknown. Because probably you are right. Moving too many times and too many places and too many different region externally, it might give you comfort for a while, and you might enjoy a new surrounding for a while before the problem statements start to come up again. Because no place on the planet is devoid of problem. Problems are there throughout the world, throughout the globe. And a lot of life is about problem solving, so you cannot run away from problems. Because if you don't solve the problem, it might cost you your life. So, problem solving is the most essential skill. You do not just learn a thing because you just want to learn it. You learn it because if you don't learn certain things, it might cost you your life. And when learning becomes as essential as your living, that's when you truly learn. That's when you're actually going to see the value behind it. Until then, you might just be doing a course and paying for that. Like, for example, if it was suddenly an apocalypse and only people who knew how to grow their food, they would survive, you will see that people who are more grounded, who have the skills to grow their own food, how they would outlive those who cannot. So, this is a life saving skill which we all must know. Or somebody who didn't know swimming, If there was a flood, they would just die over somebody who could manage to live, who knew good swimming. So these are the life savior skills. And you don't just do these skills just like that, but it has a lot of potency to keep you alive in difficult situations. That's just not for fun. These things are not just for fun. Your whole life is a show, whether you like it or not. And you might want to say, but I don't know if I'm acting nice or not. And who's to say? You're just going to act like the way you feel, and you feel the moment demands out of you. Sometimes you might just think that I want to be absolutely boring and dumb and act like nothing, act like a fool. Sometimes you might be playing the role of a fool. Other times you might be playing the role of a king. Sometimes else you might be playing the role of being a leader, and other times being led. You do not say someone that I'm this and this is the mask I wear throughout my life, because your life is ever evolving, it's ever changing. And you must be swift to change the mask that the life demands out of you. So when people tell you that, oh, you're a chameleon, you are so unpredictable, you wear so many different masks, that's not true. You just use the intelligence and you act as and when the situation demands you to act. And here's the thing, people would always tag you the way they want to perceive you. So you might be sharp, and if they have chosen to dumb your voice down, they're always going to call you, oh, you're a fool, you're insane, you're naive. Just because it doesn't resonate with their understanding, that's not true. That might be their version. So being comfortable with acting and taking on the mask as and when the life wants your whole life is a game. It's like a drama, and you put on the mask the based on the play that life offers you. And everybody else is doing the same game. Don't think that you're the only one, or why are they acting this way, why is the world acting like that, because this all is a play, it's all a leela. And in the true essence, our whole nature is as one, which is just I am, which is just blank, just empty. And these masks come in and it fills the role. Every time the external situation challenges you, the external enemy, the hater, gang stalker, a system that tests you, that pushes you, it's a call of the play for you to act. Now come and play with me. They want to see how are you going to animate. And your whole life is an animation play. So don't be also too much attached to people's version of you, that, oh, don't give them so much power that if they humiliate you, you feel so bad and like it touched you so deep. Though it might feel like that in the moment. It's very sticky. And I'm not saying I don't get hurt. I'm emotional and I get most hurt. But then I also realize that too much giving away your power to useless people is going to make you feel very much drained out of your energy. And then you realize you don't want to just waste your energy unnecessarily on useless things. Just because somebody calls you on a fight doesn't mean you say, yes, I'm coming in, present. If you don't feel the fight is worthy, just turn your back and move on. Go to a park and just sit under the tree and just hug a tree and relax. Drink some nice cool water. Just because some psychopaths came and triggered you doesn't mean you have to fight. Because there are enough psychopaths who would be ready to fight for no reason because they just want to feel alive. And they feed on your energy, your reaction. So that's all I wanted to share in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love. Bye for now.